Well, this looks very different now. Whole UI system has changed. So far, I do not like the change. Ooh. All this detail. Okay. But we're not here for the UI, we're here for the Allosaurus. Let's jump right in. Does seem to be a decent selection of colors available. And looks like we got 3 skin patterns. B and C are much better. It's always the hardest part, picking a good dino skin. And after 10 minutes, I finally settled on this. Dude, I like this. Even though it's a bit washed out, the colors, it just looks natural-ish. Bring up the red eyeball, but I don't know, that looks good to me. Looks scary. We want to be scary. Here's our little dude. Ooh, too cool. It's very nice. His jaw opens so wide. A forepaw. His little tongue just shaking. So F call. Look at all this nice ground fog. This is new. These trees are new. Lots has changed since I last loaded up the Hordetest over a month ago. And if you look over to the right, the diets have changed. Well, at least the symbols. Dots, the carbs, are now an A symbol. Protein, which was S, is now a B. And Y, which is lipids. Those the lines. A pretty random and out of the blue change. But this is what Horde testing is for. Trying new things, testing them out, finding what works, what doesn't, before they get brought into the main branch. And everything in this video could all be changed by the time that happens. There are some diets down the road. We also got to make our way to the sanctuary if we want to get prime also. This looks too good to be true. I like how the game hints now coming on the side. Even though press found mouse butt. Now with a full stomach, it was time to make the long, slow swim across Delta. And try to make it to Sanctuary before nighttime set in. I do not want to cross at the bridge. Because usually the bridge is camped by very stinky individuals. I also decided to pump up all my graphics for this video. See what it's like. My FPS is taking a hit, but it's not too bad. I'm still getting like 130, which is nothing to complain about. Made it to Sanctuary. Just stumbling my way through the darkness. Hear a little mire in here. But if we get some visibility here, I wouldn't mind trying to fight him, a little chunky mire. But before I got the chance to, another Allo beat me to it. And thankfully, they were friendly, and more than happy to share a meal. So help with our growth rate, which is very nice of Elmo, the Allo. I would feed from the mire throughout the night, and come morning, I had outgrown the sanctuary. Jesus, those things are jump scaring me. Slap that deer. Look how big we've gotten already. Already dwarfing a deer. I think I'm starting to grow a little too quick. As I need to travel a hell of a lot more if I want to get prime. The bigger I got, the more food I required. Keeping starvation away was going to be a real challenge, even with having effective digestion as my first mutation. I'm already 900 kilos. I only left Sanctuary around 20 minutes ago. Already a beast. It's one good thing about joining later to this Hordetest is a lot of people have had their fun with Allo and moved on to trying other creatures. So hopefully there won't be a whole server full of Allos. Whoa, that lightning looked awesome. lit up the whole rainforest. The ground fog, aloe, new jungle trees. This feels like a completely different game I'm playing right now. It's exciting. So there's a hell of a lot more greenery out here now. There's a couple of zones we can pass through here. Then out to docks. Out that way, then we'll go back up. I quite like that this area was an open plain. Because you could come along this hillside. You could scout down into the valley. See if there's any herbies feeding. We're up on the... Are any players on Omni Rock? Well, actually it looks like it does thin out quite a lot. Okay, so there is still a lot of open area. Alright, that's nice. It's a cool animation. Okay, and I see a deer just up ahead to it. I thought there might have been no AI out this way. But my warriors are now at ease. Where are they? Here they are. Austroraptors. Good friend of the channel, Frollo shared a video showing me this, which I appreciate very much. Where is the Barry? There he is. Damn, he actually looks smaller than what I thought. Baryonyx will be a hell of a lot of fun in this game. I feel like it'll be a good solo dinosaur, as you could always evade into water or on land if needed, depending on your situation, making it rather easy to survive on. Quite cool that they put in a little teaser for us to discover. What do we got in this cage? Got a freaking chicken. Oh shit. Not anymore. It's been the last little bit of daylight I had left traveling before the dreaded nighttime rolled in. Back into the void. By the time morning came round, I was back to being on the brink of starvation. This rain is really screwing me over. I can't hear any AI calls. Efficient digestion's been saving me so hard. Very happy I selected that at the beginning. Eventually I would find a ball. You are very much needed, my friend. And then I was given a golden opportunity to double my stomach contents. But I failed to release right mouse in time. I probably should have spent some time practicing aloe attacks first. I'm constantly on the brink of starvation, so this is very welcome. Trying to maintain your food as a group of aloes must be a pain. Oh, we reached the goal. I think we go multi-chamber. And then if we get prime, which we did, we go thrombosis. Okay, so we are a prime specimen after all. My first ever aloe run, and we happened to reach prime. But it didn't feel as great of an achievement, as I'd only lived off of AI this entire time. But now that I was big, I wanted to go hunting. And they glide so slow now. Wait, have I got him? What was that? That was a Rex, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a Rex. A meal, but a small one. I was really after herbivores, and I would spend some time in Delta searching just for them, but all I would find was more aloes. So I took a mission into swamps, but came up short there also. Oh, looks so menacing. Detail in the face is really nice. I like my little red eyeball, red crest. Try to go into swamps for a bit of an explore, but it just seemed like suicide. I was gonna starve to death if I carried on any further. So, stuck to playing around Delta. I could smell food scraps up ahead, but also a warning for multiple species. Desperation was setting in. I did not see him till it was too late. Dude, I do not want to be at Delta. There's nowhere else for me to be without starving to death. And so my first life as an Ella comes to an end. It ended exactly how I thought it would, at the hands of a T-Rex. But I was far from done playing this creature. In fact, I'll play it for another 15 hours. I wanted to grow an Ella to full, so I jumped right back in. Ella's little wee hands. So silly looking. Ugh. That's very scary. These are different, yes? They're like warehouses now. That was 2 stories before. Okay, so there has been a little bit more going on inside of Hordetest than I knew of. Oh, an operations room. Sick beds. Okay. I see you, devs. You're up to something. Does this mean they really do have humans in their sights at the moment? It's this little outhouse at the back. Actual human gameplay loop incoming? Maybe. I would end up growing this little Allosaurus into a prime. But finding anything to have a fair fight with was impossible. 3 Rexes. And a Trike. Oh. And a couple Trikes. Oh, that is disgusting. It's like a tenth of the server right there. Eventually, I just got bored and decided to fight a couple stegos. They send me straight back to scrapping it out at sanctuaries amongst the little dudes. There we go, he bled out. Another Allo life later, and I was way up in the northeast, growing peacefully. That is when some movement caught my eye. Ooh, Soretto. What is he doing? Not even trying to get me out. Do you have any teammates? Yes! Oh. We need to go sit. We need to sit that. Finally, my first decent kill as an ally. I would go on to reach Prime once more, and was back at Delta looking for prey. But it was me that was being hunted. Try to create space to land my pounce, and ended up giving up my flank. No, I tried to get on him. Yeah, it's over. Now that the ally was on my back, there was nothing I could do. Now with so many deaths under my belt, I've become a bit of an expert at growing these aloes. And it wouldn't take me long before I was back on my feet and out on the prowl. Don't do it. Not all aloes are cannibals. I'm liking this. Big ass Rex. Can't wait for these dinos to actually come on Live Branch. I can play on community server with rules. That's still some time away, I'd imagine. Rich adult again. What was that, the 4th, 5th time now? Just growing aloes. Nothing much else. I ended up grabbing reabsorption as my final mutation. It's really handy on this server, because it rains every 10 minutes, it seems like. Because of that, you never have to drink with this mutation enabled. Pretty silly, I can't lie. Trees can't knock me. Oh, poor dude. When a bug playable meets a more bug playable. Unfortunate for the Rex, but this was my first decent meal in forever. And the growth rate will bring me closer of me reaching my goal of 100% grown. Does he not see me? There it is. I would get close, but never would catch this Tenonto. But things were looking up. Foot traffic out here in West Rail was actually pretty steady. It appeared to be where all the solos and small groups were hanging out. Leon! do this. Ouch, that. Okay, these ults are not actually hitting me. Guess we just bleed him out, play slower. I thought I'd be able to stay closer to him. Hold a tighter circle because I'm on AU ping for once instead of American. But no, that hitbox is still big. Run! Ooh. I'm actually wounded? Oh, what the hell? Don't think I was that hurt. To my surprise, the other two Trikes left us be, and we're free to continue the fight. But I was a whisker away from death, and didn't feel like growing another aloe, so I thought better of it. You know I'm behind him. What? I went through him! He had no idea I was behind him either. The rain was disguising my approach. Oh, he broke his leg. What are you doing? Said my brother. It's that suicide attack he just tried to do. Okay, we finally grew an entire aloe, 100%. So weight stays the same at a massive 3.9 tons. Speed just 32k, so what? We lose 3 kph from our prime? Maybe 5. Light force has dropped drastically actually to 150. It was 200 during our peak. We could in turn, but I do not feel like growing another bloody aloe. Oh, I do feel slow now. I'd run into another aloe, and we'd go on a trike hunt together. My trot speed is so much better than SL's. You cannot keep up at all. I spotted a trike's outline going into these trees somewhere. This little skirmish would go on for some time. SL would land a number of claw swipes on the smaller trike, but soon nighttime would roll around and I couldn't see jack. Also, this entire time I had lumen on, which is a big no-no apparently in the Hordetest. And during nighttime when SL was off getting a drink and I couldn't exactly see what was happening, the smaller trike combat logged. Oh, it just logged. Bruh. This was actually a blessing, as it was much easier just to deal with the one trike. And I think the big guy realized this, and his little buddy came back. We're on. Whoa. Starvation was now knocking on the door, and the trikes were nowhere near dead. But SL said he had some mates coming to help, but not the help I imagined. Wait, what? He said he had mates coming. Mate, it's a T-Rex. Dude, this is dirty. I don't want to be a part of this. Is that little Trike still alive? I'm just gonna start eating. I need the food. Everyone is dead. Will they try and kill me now? Is this the part where I run away? I got my food. Now we run. Well, that was interesting. When he said he had backup coming and to help him, I definitely thought other allos. Because I'd ran into SL earlier in the day and it's with another allo. Let's go find something to die to. Slowly making my way over to Delta. I'm expecting the worst, and I'm prepared for it. I will not feel bad from whatever happens next. Maybe they won't cannibalize me if they're fighting a Trike. I would want some help. And my theory was right. Even though they're rocking the cannibal skins, they're really interested in the Tenno and Trike. Oh, that was a clutch pounce. And then the Rex and Trike started fighting. We were gonna try and third party the winner. Oh, Croc. Gator. Gator's going for it. Dude, we can't do anything when they're on that side. Come back on this side. Well done, Trike. My comrades had already crossed. Now I felt peer pressured to join the fight. Dude, crash! Ain't no way that's how this ends. I'm dead. I was in fact not dead somehow, and I was able to join the party. Screw it, man. Let's join the chaos. Why did it just smell me right there? Oh, he's dead too. What can I say? The Hordetest is just pure chaos. It is what it is. Allo feels very raw still. I know the pounce at the moment is just placeholder for now. And there's a couple other bugs going on with it. But it's still early days. Things will be improved upon. Things will get better. And hopefully by the time it does come to live branch, it'll be amazing. If you made this far into my video, make sure you leave a like on it. Comment, I always read them. Subscribe if you're new around here. And maybe check out some of these videos. They're pretty good. And I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.